Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Hex Heist. Tonight, we are going to be diving straight into the fiction. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Valentine's Day and all the good things. Stick around to the end of this episode to find out where you can seek and watch and support the rest of this lovely cast as well as yourself. Let's begin. A figure sits alone in a dimly lit room. The smell is coppery, and only a few small candles light the space. The door creaks open, flooding in a bit more light as a short girl with a large, curly purple afro, wearing brightly colored scarves and cardigans, scuttles in around the corner. I came to give an update, just as you asked, Millie Goggins. Yes. Well, just a slight hiccup. I do believe that a hexhound scented their magics, but Millie barely gets that sentence out before she is cut off, clawing at her own throat, being lifted into the air by some invisible force as we see a close up of the figure's gloved hand slowly closing into a fist. We hear the tight squeak of the leather glove as Millie struggles, a whimper escaping her, and then she drops to the ground. That fist, once again, just a hand. I, I, I agree with you completely. I'll handle it. And she scrambles, nearly falling over herself in the attempt to flee. The last thing we see as the room is once again swallowed by darkness is a chilling smile that only grows wider as the shadows deepen. Welcome back to the Hex Heist, where we follow an owl with a brown bag sailing over the streets of New City and out into Elderburb, a quiet, historic neighborhood on the border of the cities and the suburbs. Nestled atop a vibrant green building, the Witch's Loft is a cozy sanctuary filled with natural light filtering through these large, floor to ceiling glass windows. The theme of the space seems to be plants in receptacles that are non traditional. You see ferns growing out of old whiskey barrels, an herb garden and an old metal like feeding trough, flowers coming out of wine bottles, and propagating beets and potatoes in 2-liter soda bottles. Among the mess strewn about the papers, towering stacks of books and magazines and dishes nearly overflowing in the sink, we see our recovering thieves. It's been a long night of trying to figure out what the tablet says by searching Burnwood's Place for books on ancient languages, decoding stones, and just anything else that could help you, not to mention healing up. An enemy, Archimedes, flies in, drops that brown bag on the table just as the 10 a.m. alarm rings. What did you send Archie out for this morning, and how did you spend your night here?
So, because I lost yarn and a couple of knitting needles, an enemy definitely sent Archimedes to go and get more yarn and probably a crochet hook this time because knitting didn't work for them.
Knitting turned out to be a lot deadlier and more dangerous than you anticipated, but maybe crocheting will be your niche. You do find in that brown paper bag, uh, you can see the stamp of the small business on the front, the Naughty Knot. You see there's a bunch of yarn inside, a crochet hook or 3 of different sizes. And Archie looks at you and soars around, landing on the rest of the backrest of the chair that you're sitting in, and goes, "You look awful, which is very unusual for you. Um, don't you think it's worth a rest at this point? It doesn't look like you're getting any farther here."
I mean, I think I can. I mean, I just learned the stitch, Archimedes. I think I can absolutely do it. I have to. I'm trying to knit a sweater. Okay. I just want to. I just want to do it.
You know, I meant the ancient relic you stole from a magical history museum last night.
Oh, right, right. Of course, yeah, relic. Oh, yeah. Sure. I mean, what about it?
And as Archimedes kind of swoops their owl gaze over the rest of the apartment, we see the rest of your compatriots here. We see Al and Ember, who have noticed Archimedes come in. You realize that your familiars have not returned since you sent them off to follow Millie Goggins. And though you have all been waiting anxiously for Millie to return, she has yet to do so. What have you all been up to through the night as you've been here in this safe house loft apartment with nothing but books and medicine in this tablet and your experience with the Hexhound?
Say for Al is definitely trying to get as much knowledge as possible. So he's just reading whatever books are available in the safe house. His knees are not knocking anymore. They are stable. They are still. But he's yeah, traumatized to say the least. He's like, that was scary. I want to learn more about that so it's less scary next time.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that since you've had time to recover, you're no longer confused. You no longer have that condition. So are you studying the Hexhounds and their history, or are you trying to more decode this tablet that you've got?
I think I'll be looking at Hexhound history. Um,
Okay. Please give me a study check.
Excellent. I will say for study checks, I have advantage because I took spell scribe as a specialty. Okay, first roll is a 10. Ooh, oh, I got doubles. It's two sixes, but should I just leave that? I mean, I feel like that's pretty. It's a total of 15. I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna just take it as
Okay,
is.
beautiful. So total 15 is a total success. No one knows how hexhounds came to be because the process of their making is considered to be a sacred ritual, one that is protected tooth and nail by a group that you read is called the Covetless Guild. They are, well, they call themselves, from what you can surmise, a community of selfless beings who reject magic even though they are inclined with the talent. They don't use it, but they all live in a suspiciously lavish wealth, and they benefit from the very harsh privilege gap of being able to use magic and not. Um, you also know that they do indeed fund the Hex Hounds. And on a total success, I'll give you a little bit more. You are looking for answers to understand what you encountered last night. And the particular hexhound that you encountered seemed to be this eerie parody of what true covens do. You yourself were trained in, I believe, stealth spells and defense magics. Every coven has their own specialties. You see that hexhounds also have specialties. Historically, they're extremely varied. And the ones that you can point out being used last night were endurance magics and combat magics. The relentless way this beast came after you, not stopping, not caring if he was hurt in the process, ignoring probably dozens of broken bones and wounds and internal bleeding. That is endurance magics, pushing yourself beyond what you should be capable of. And you also saw them preparing quite a bit of combat magics, even using them a bit on the door there to burst through with their bare hands. On a total success, you know that these are formidable beings who are still shrouded in mystery.
It's a lot to take in. I think Al will clock that information, just kind of like keep it in his back pocket as he's just sort of like perusing. But I think he would probably feel
Yeah.
probably less. What's the word? He wouldn't feel any safer knowing this knowledge now.
Yeah. Ember, What about you? You notice that your familiar also hasn't come back. It's been a very long night where all of you have been rifling through books, taking the time to center yourselves, recovering from that encounter last night. All the while, Burnwood has been eerily floating, surrounded by a boa of red smoke, almost as if she can hear you. What has Ember been up to this evening,
I
now that
think
morning is here?
I think Amber stayed awake as much as she can, like looking around the room, looking out the window, waiting for the familiar, Penelope to come back, like trying to not be a nervous wreck as she just keeps into the routine of like door, window, and then check Burnwood, who just like trying to analyze and see like what's going on here too.
Give me a vibe check, just a general vibe check over the night,
Vibe.
which should be under your Intuit stat.
Ooh, doubles.
Rolling, we're off to a good start. This can only be a good omen.
All night. Well, 15.
Okay. On a total success, for most of the night, you realize that there is no one coming up the stairs. You haven't noticed any suspicious shadows across the window panes. You don't feel particularly like the place is bugged. You've looked. But as you head to the window in the early morning and look out, you do see that there is a billboard a little bit closer to New City because you're kind of on the fringe of it right now.
Mhm.
You see a billboard announcing that there are 4 wanted illegal casters who have stolen from the Newsonian. To non magical folks, this billboard would look like something for car insurance or auto injury law, but you see it. It doesn't say your names, it doesn't have your pictures, but there is a bounty on all of your heads.
Yeah, Amber's gonna announce like, "Well, guys, we're famous on the highway."
Callie, you hear this announcement. What have you been up to? It's a very emotional space, this loft for you, Callie. What have you been up to overnight?
Um, so quick question. Burnwood is Burnwood's body in here in this house? In
Yep.
this
Yeah. Right
Oh
there.
my gosh. Okay.
Floating, covered, red magic circling around like a double helix. It's, yeah, absolutely. They're right there.
So the first thing Callie did, I think, outside of have like a little mental breakdown, is they would have gone to their favorite room, which is like the bath. Um, and they would have taken just a really long bath. They like that it's always like a little warm, a little humid, because it feels like a spa, just as Burnwood had said to them once upon a time. And they're thinking about Millie, uh, and thinking about like essentially every memory that she's had of Millie. Now, my familiar did not go follow um the people's. So
That
I
is correct.
imagine that my EG is with me.
Absolutely.
So I think I would just start talking aloud to EG. Um and just like I don't know. I think Millie's bad and I think we must do harm to her. Um and we must bar all the doors and all the windows and but I also need information. So I need to know uh in what way is she evil? Is she evil in the way where she is being taken advantage of? Is she evil in a way where I must murder her? It's just
Y- EG kind of fans out, and it kind of for a moment looks like a butterfly, two sets of wings. And one set nefariously whispers to you, "Evil is evil. We should kill her. I think it's well within our rights to just kill her, right? It's it's what we do. It's what we are. We're killers. We kill. She's evil. It's easy." And the other wing of fireflies, as they twinkle, go, or we concentrate on waking Burnwood, which is what we're here for. Her body is literally 10 feet away in the next room, floating in hex magic. Perhaps we focus on that first and then dole out justice if Millie comes upon us again. It will do no good to go off on a vengeance path when someone needs us.
EG, you make beautiful points, as always. And as always, a compromise is in order. I shall attend to Burnwood and attempt to undo this terrible thing that has happened to her. And if Millie ever shows her face in my presence again, I will first ask about information. And if I do not immediately get what I asked for, I will murder her. Whew, I feel a lot better. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Your fireflies settle like a crown on your head for a bit, just kind of acknowledging that you've made a compromise and like a sound decision to them. And you're able to finish up your bath. When you're coming out of the bathroom, that is when you hear Ember say, "We're famous on the highway." Speaking of recovering and laying low, everyone, I know some of us, if not all of us, were dealt some damage. If you would like to heal that damage, you absolutely can. If you're using magic to heal it, roll me a cast check. But if you are using medicine, roll me a comprehend check. And let me know what you get and what you rolled if you're trying to heal yourself. So I can let you know what you heal back.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I can do math. I got an 8
On a cast or on a comprehend?
on cast.
Okay. On a struggle with a cast, you heal 1 point of damage. So it works a little, but it's not nearly as effective as you're used to your magical healing being. And you need to choose a magical setback for me.
Okay, I'm gonna choose your source points are inaccessible until you regain all of them.
Okay. Wonderful. Anyone else healing up?
I rolled with cast and I got a 12.
Okay, on a mixed success, you can heal half of your damage. So if you have 2 points, you can take 1. If you have 3, you can round up and do 2. But you do have to take a magical setback as well.
Rats. Okay.
If I have medic mancy, does that can I use that for myself or is that for only for others?
You absolutely can use Medic Mancy. You can also use it on others. So you can do a cast spell from your grimoire. You won't have to expend any source points or anything. I will give you advantage on this as well.
Perfect.
I'm going to choose taking ally damage for the rest of the scene as my setback.
Okay.
Alrighty. I got doubles. It's 2 6s. It equals to 15. So I believe that's enough, and I'll just save it for a future advantage.
It is absolutely enough. On a total success, you can heal all of your damage, and you rolled 1 over, so you can also heal one other person for 1.
Who needs it? Who's damaged?
I have 4. I only got to get rid of 1, but I have 4.
Toss that over to
So
you.
yeah, toss it over, because let me see. I rolled. You said it was between healing with medicine and magic, I think is what it was. I think.
Yeah, if you're using medicine, roll a comprehend, and if you're using magic, roll a cast.
Okay. So then I got a 15.
Okay,
And with
on cast or
medicine.
comprehend?
Comprehend.
Okay. So on a total success, you can heal half of your damage in total. So you get half back. It's just human medicine. It's just science. It's not as good as magic, but it will help you out a little bit here. This tablet, as you all are starting to kind of recoalesce into the main area where this large dining room table has been piled up with books that you've been looking through, I'm going to show you what it looks like. It is clay. It looks like it has been scored with a tiny instrument that you don't recognize. It almost looks like chicken feet in a way because of the triangular TP parts that make up most of the scratched indents. Let's see. Here is what it looks like. There you go. And you know that this holds the key to solving whatever it is that Burnwood is ailing from. Somewhere in this thing, this piece of clay, there is instructions to wake up Burnwood. However, it's from the Mesopotamian era, so Sumerian is not normally taught in inner city schools. If you would like, you can all attempt to give me a sleuth check, just to find the right materials to decode this tablet, and then we'll do decode checks as well. Does anyone have a specialty for sleuth, or would you like to all make a check and see if you do it? We can combine and do a help, or we can. Yes, Bree?
No, I was going to I think when I know we're going back a little bit, but when oh my gosh, I almost said Taylor. When Ember mentioned that we're famous, I think Callie would just kind of be like, by the way, Al, Ember, um, are your familiars still did you send them after Millie Goggins?
Yes.
I did indeed. Yeah.
I see.
Mhm. That is
Okay.
correct.
And they have not returned since I have returned back from the bath?
That is correct. Very
And
nervous.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So, I have a vision. That's my thing. And Millie Goggins is definitely evil. So if you can, you should probably like check on your familiars. I don't know if you have like a bond with them where you can like, just give them a call, give them a little ring, see like what's going on through their eyes or like what, but you should probably get on that. Can I does that count as giving unsolicited advice?
Absolutely, it does. You can regain all
Fantastic.
your source points.
Thank you.
So funny.
I'll be plotting and scheming.
Love. So how do we want to do this sleuth check, y'all?
Okay, so if we do it individually, do we skip, is it like, do we get more information if we do it together?
You would get more information if you did it together, yes.
I'm down to do it together. Is that
Let's
just
do
us,
it
all of us rolling?
Yeah, I'm down
Yeah.
to do it together.
Yeah, let's do it together. Teamwork, the dream work.
Okay, then Yeah, everybody give me some rolls. We'll see how
Okay.
many
I
hits
already
we get as a
rolled.
group.
Oh,
Right.
oh my gosh.
You got triples?
I'm embarrassed. I've been rolling with 2 dice.
Wow.
Wow.
Yo.
That's
Not
It
you
doesn't.
handicapping yourself
Yo,
with the
Right.
it
rules.
doesn't matter because I just rolled for the because I was like, oh, maybe I would have gotten my health. I rolled a 1, so it doesn't matter. um, it's the health would have still applied.
I'm gonna use
Everything else is
one of my
fine.
advantages because I have 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so that's I got a 13.
I
Okay.
got a 13 also.
11 for me.
Okay.
Is
Still a
13
mixed
the
success.
highest?
got-
Oh
We're
no,
cooking
mixed.
out here.
No, I got an
Yes.
18.
Ooh, let's go.
An
Ooh.
18. Okay. Okay. So with an 18, and with everybody getting hits in general, you do manage to find a selection of books, maybe 2 or 3, that deal in ancient Sumerian, and that deal in code breaking. You are now able to make decode checks not at advantage or not at disadvantage. So you can reference the books. At this point, I am going to need everyone to make me a separate decode check. All you need is a hit. You don't need a total success. So if you can get to 11, you're going to be just fine.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Doubles.
hydrate. Okay, thank you, chat. Okay, we got some doubles. We got some doubles from
Yeah.
Ember.
It was like 2 6.
Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Wait.
I'm gonna
Hold
save it
on.
for advantage because that's a 17 for me.
I got a 12.
Ooh.
I got a 12.
Got a
Okay.
15.
Okay. Okay, gang, we are cooking tonight. You realize you have a bounty on your heads, and you are absolutely able to figure things out. I'm going to start one at a time. You realize that as you are decoding these, you're finding words. Each little segmented section seems to be a word. Ember, you get the words king, mint, grass, and book. Callie, you are able to decipher castor, like with an E, not like the oil, mole, rosemary, and corn. Al, you're able to gather mustard. Thank you, Super Bowl.
Guess what to say.
Bound, celery, and lavender. And anemone, you are able to gather sesame, ing, like just ing, basil, and poppy. I am posting currently in our Discord chat what you can see. Basically, a bunch of words on a sub. And as you are able to start looking at this and decoding this, you see along the side there are 4 indentions. What do you do?
Can we move the little things? Like, are they removable? Or like, can I click one of them?
They are not. You have just decoded the tablet. Clicking them, which one do you try to quote unquote click?
Corn. Corn.
Absolutely. You try to click corn, and you see that it glows orange.
The whole tablet or like a button on the side?
The whole tablet.
Can I unclick corn? Is it like a like like those buttons where it's like you click
Yeah,
it and it goes
once you let it go. Yeah, once you let it go, it pops back up, and it is once again just a clay tab.
What happens if I click basil?
If you click basil, you are able to see that it is like an odd green, and when you let go, it stops as well.
I am terrible
But it
at
flashes this time.
this is too many different things that a tablet can do. Like how there are what is this? There are 16 of these. Do they all do different things? I'm gonna just start clicking all of
No.
them and seeing if they just all do different things.
Oh.
Oh.
Give me
Not
give
Abby.
me
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
give me I need you to give me a cast resist at this point.
Okay.
Mm.
As soon as you click 2 more at random, they also begin to flash. And spikes come flying out of this clay tablet. Give me a cast resist, please.
Okay.
Oh dear.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So for a resist, I'm so sorry, this is our first one. You are
Oh.
rolling a d20 set against
Oh.
a set DC. So go ahead and roll me just a 20, but add your cast stat.
Oh.
And if you
Oh.
have any additions to resists, you can add them.
Oh jeez. Okay. Um uh 15. Can I
Okay.
be empathetic
The
to myself?
spikes. No, you
Oh
are
damn.
not being
Okay,
empathetic
so
to yourself in this moment.
okay,
The
15.
spikes fly out. And Al, you have said you will take the damage for your teammates in this scene.
Yeah.
You see the spikes fly out after this tablet flashes multiple times, and they right across your collarbone here. If you were any shorter, it may have been deadly. Right across the throat.
Oh.
Please take 2 damage for me.
Okay.
Oh,
I do.
And
I
if you would like, you can give me an affinity check, anyone can, to figure out how you should go about interacting with this object.
I was like, I have a theory
And-
before I roll. Oh, Brie.
I am so
Oh,
sorry.
no,
Oh, go
I
ahead.
was saying I would take a check too, but you go.
Yeah, what were you saying, Ember? You have a guess?
Yes. And then Amber will look like, can I have the tablet? Let's not break it at first. And it's like, and then Amber will look at it, and she was like thinking, like, maybe the words go together somehow, because she sees like sesame and then sesame seed, and she see poppy, and it says poppy seed. Basil seed is basil seed, and then grass seed, maybe, or mustard seed or something like that. That's
So,
what she,
Ember, as you say this, I would like for chat to join us. Could you please join us in this puzzle as we have 4 modern witches attempting to play ancient witch connections?
I love connections.
But Anemone, please give me the affinity check.
This is like a vibe check, isn't it? Technically.
Affinity, I believe, is your cast, actually. This is about like
Okay.
understanding
Yeah.
how a magical object works. So
Okay. Saying because I get advantage on vibe checks. That's the only reason. Right. I got doubles.
okay.
We'll save that for later because it is. Yeah, I got a 19, so I save it for later.
You watch these spikes fly out. Ember is assessing it carefully, and you see that there are 16 words. There are 4 groups, 4 words per group. There are 4 of you. It exploded with defense mechanism when a bunch of singular buttons were played or pushed. So on a total success, you do in fact think that you'll have to each push one simultaneously to make a guess with this tablet, and you don't have many guesses left now that 3 of them have been used by Callie.
I relay that to the group and I rethink making my sweater, but at the same time,
You know, it's so real.
Callie, I'm so serious. Callie like literally tears up and is like, I'm so sorry. I did not realize that would happen. I did not realize it would hurt you. I did not realize that there was a timer or whatever on it. Why doesn't anything light up if there's no more tries? That doesn't make sense. Like, are the button, because if I saw the buttons on the side light up, I want
to. It's gonna be okay.
You see, an enemy just grabs in the
wraps
purse
around
a
you.
spot.
Yeah, EG wraps around you like little shoulder like snuggles, bunch of fireflies just coalescing around you to comfort you.
I was gonna go to Galley, blood on his collar, and just say, I understand you're remorseful, but we shouldn't make rash decisions with ancient texts. And does that count as being blunt? Can I?
Yes, it does. You absolutely get your source points back. I love that to get your source points back, you have to be a little messy. Like, you have to be just a
like
little...
just slightly messy. Callie burst into tears, but she'll be fine.
So
this canonically is the 3rd time Callie has cried.
Right.
Ember, you were suggesting something. You were already putting together the idea of what this puzzle is, but you also had a guess. Or a guess. Do you want to double down on that guess? And now that you know all of you have to press one, do you want to try pressing those?
No. Oh, that's not me.
I'll take the advice to say no. But as like, I think Ember would say, is like, do y'all know anything about seeds? Like, I'm doubling down on the seeds train is what
you
Ember
have the books around you. So if anyone wants to, you can make me a study check just to see if you know, or you can give me a sleuth check to see if you can find the right book around you that you would, or if you have some grimoire spells that would tell you these things, you let me know. But there is definitely ways to research these answers around the very place you're in.
I have a question. We're in modern age, right?
Yes.
Can I chat GPT this? Can Callie chat?
Sure, you can certainly try.
While everybody's doing research around this place, Callie is on her phone, like, chat GPT, connect 4, and then I like erase connect 4, and then I'm like connections, and then I type in all of the words, and then I ask, please group into what is related. Thank you. Because I always say thank you to AI, even though they kind of sucks at that.
Great. Would you mind doing that for me?
Oh, fantastic. I will. Everybody continue what you're doing. Give me a second.
Anyone else trying anything?
Are there plants around in general?
Yes, absolutely. This place is covered in plants.
Okay, because an enemy can telepathically talk to plants.
Okay. What do you say to plants?
Hi, plants. I've got a little bit of a problem. Do you guys absolutely have been doing wonderfully, wonderfully, wonderfully. You look beautifully, absolutely beautiful. Is there a book that would help us here? And Callie, and then Nemi would just kind of relay the gist. It's like, is there a book that would help me here somewhere?
I can't read, but I really like my Uncle Mustard, and I really like my family, and that's some of their names.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm so sorry for assuming you could read. I'm so sorry. You said mustard, right? You said mustard, right?
Yeah, my Uncle Mustard. He's a seed.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love seeds. Who else is in your seed family?
Well, there's Little Sesame. He's starting a rap career. There's Cousin Poppy, and she's really intelligent. She also can't read though. And also there's my sister, Celery Seed. She's actually already fully matured, and she's in the spice rack in the kitchen behind you.
Oh, okay, that's lovely. And a rap career. Is he any good? I'd absolutely love to listen to his EP. I
No.
bet you it's rocking. No, he's not good. Oh, okay. Then we're just gonna say that.
No.
Never mind. No, okay. Well, okay, thank you so much. Absolutely. That was quite lovely. It was lovely to meet you.
Could you water me, please?
Absolutely. And then an enemy kind of digs in the Mary Poppins bag and then just kind of one of those half crinkled, mostly drank in water bottles. And then just kind of
love it.
like
the struggle water. The water bottle.
struggle water.
Love
Water
it.
bottle.
You're able to water this plant, and you swear you see them kind of like at least stand up a little stronger in the morning light. So it looks like they've given you one of those groups already.
I tell the group.
I should have doubled down.
Okay. So, everybody, I have Googled this answer and I have put it into this AI thing to tell us the answer. And these are the groups that I've got. So, herbs and spices, basil, rosemary, mint, and lavender. Types of seeds, sesame, poppy, corn, and mustard. Related to bound or binding, bound, king, caster, mole. And words with ing suffix, ing, grass, celery, book. Now, I don't know about that last one, but some of these other ones could really be something.
So you put that in. Like you say that out loud. Will everyone else please give me a vibe check? That is your Intuit stat.
A 12.
Okay,
15.
mixed success. Total success. And an enemy?
Okay, I got doubles, but I get advantage on all vibe checks. So, so I'm like, how do I play this? I rolled low, so either way, I'm rolling
your
again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so that would be plus what? I'm so sorry.
Your Intuit stat.
Intuit. Okay, so that is. That is a 14.
Okay. So 2 total successes and 1 mixed success. They're all a hit. The only difference is that Ember, as you are trying to put these groups together and make the list that Callie gave you work, you're like straining. And without even trying, you feel your wand glow a bit as it tries to help you out. So expend 1 source point, please.
Okay.
But you all realize that every single grouping that ChatGPT gave is not quite correct.
Okay. Me, I love this game and I'm playing it right now. I have 2 lives left. I have 2 lives left. But currently I have made seeds and I have made herbs. And my next theory is pretty crazy. And I hope it's I think it's snakes. Because 3 of these are snakes, and I'm trying to find the 4th one.
Okay.
So,
do you want to give me a study check, or do you want to continue working it organically? That is totally up to you.
I'm gonna work it organically because I have 4 highlighted. I have king, mole, grass, and corn highlighted.
Okay.
And I have 2 lives left, so it just tells me yes or no.
I will let you work this organically. Al, you look like you're going through something.
I had above table. I had a thought. I'm gonna dig into the weeds of it a little bit, but
okay.
Yeah, I think Al, after hearing Callie relay what ChatGPT has shared, is going to be all right. And appreciate effort, yeah. And I'm not quite sure that's right though, but I think Amber's got a good hunch with the seeds. Also, Anemone, you talk to plants.
You can't?
No, not.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they gave me, the plant gave me the list of seeds. So they're family. So it was nice to like have a family reunion and everything. But yeah, I could talk to plants. Yeah.
That's quite impressive. What do they sound like?
Depends. That one sounded a little bit young, but he also said he couldn't read. So, but
gotcha.
I guess reading is not a requirement to be a plant. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, interesting.
I have my guesses. Sorry.
No, go for it.
No. Please keep going.
No, I'm done. That's all.
Ember, please.
Because
save us. Tell us, Ember.
I put it in chat that I have successfully solved it.
Okay.
But I just didn't put the answers up there. I didn't know we want all that. But I put the colorful squares in to show the rows. So I think
lovely. Would you like to go group by group and tell us what they are so that everyone can begin to push them?
Yeah. I think like as Amber is like reading the tablet, you guys can like see steam coming out of her ears because she's like studying so hard, to, like stressing her out. But she loves puzzles, so she's thinking very intensely here. But the first one is seeds, and it's celery, mustard, poppy, and sesame. Everyone wants to hit that together.
Okay, you do. And as you do, it glows. And now you can see on the side, with all of you pressing those in at once, that there... yeah, you take cover, Callie. But the side, one of the indentions that is circle, you see a sigil glow from it. And it stays lit. Even as you take your fingers away, it's still glowing. You know that you've got that one right. Ember, what's the next one that you are suggesting to the group?
Herbs: lavender, mint, rosemary, and basil.
Absolutely. You press those in. A similar but pink light glows instead. The sigil flashes on the side as well. 2 of them are lit and they stay lit. It's glowing brightly now in this room that you're in. Ember, what's next?
We're cooking with gas, gang. That's what she tells everyone. He's like, next one, snakes: king, corn, grass, mole.
Okay. The very not very well known Mole snake. Correct. That was meant to throw you. It was far
what?
more prominent in ancient times. And you press those, yet another glow blue this time. And so now the pink and the orange and the blue are glowing and moving around each other in this tablet as if something is activating. And the last group,
Last one starts with spell, spellbound, spellbook, spellcaster, spelling.
You're cooking.
correct.
Oh my
How?
goodness.
What? I have
Cooking.
you are cooking, because truly, never. I could have been there for years. It wouldn't have happened.
In reality, I didn't get that one. That was the last 4 of it. So I was really just hoping
That's
for the
all you
best.
that's all it
snakes.
takes.
I was hoping for snakes. I was reading for that. I was like, I never heard of a book snake, a bounce snake, and all that jazz. So I was like, mole? What the hell is a mole snake? And I googled it immediately. I was like, what the hell is a mole snake?
Got you.
Love it. Love it. Chat, I don't know if you beat us to the punch, but Taylor just did amazing on that, cracked the code, not even breaking a sweat. You all press in the final 4 words here. The entire tablet glows, and then the parts begin to peel away. Little tiny lead spikes fall to the table. They're not being launched as this thing is cracking open. And you hear a whisper coming from the light within. It sounds part human, part snake, and it says, once the soul is sleeping, retrieve the brilliant red crystal of love and protection from the tallest peak of the highest city. Once the crystal is in hand, retrieve the victor's sword, draw blood to wake the power within. And as the message ends, those clay pieces, almost disjointedly pushing themselves back together, lock back in. Lifeless, lightless, no more color. It sits dead on the table. I will post the message in chat for everyone as well.
I was gonna say, Callie
just
goes,
in case.
"Oh my gosh, wait, I didn't write that down. I couldn't write that down fast enough. Please say it again."
The quick tell chappy chibi.
Like, hello?
You see that this message spoke of retrieving a brilliant red crystal of love and protection somewhere in the tallest peak of the highest city, which is not particularly helpful, but at least now you know what you need to get. If you would like, any of you can give me study checks to recall what red crystals, gems, and jewels represent love and protection. As witch folk, you would have a working knowledge of this, but this is stuff they teach in like 5th grade covens. So it's really hard to recover knowledge from way back when. So if you'd like, you can give me a study check.
Doubles. If I'm a story.
Damn.
13.
I also got doubles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm gonna use it for a future advantage because I got a 15.
Hey, I got doubles
15
too.
for
study.
15 for Kathy.
I also got a 15.
13 for Ember, 15 for Al, and what did you get, an enemy?
18.
Okay, so Ember, you have just expelled most of your brain power trying to figure out how to decode this ancient Mesopotamian tablet, this cuneiform code. And now your brain's a little tired. You're now trying to remember fifth grade facts after just decoding an ancient relic. You're going to get some valuable information, but also some inaccurate information on a mixed success for comprehend. You know that there are many red gemstones, many red crystals, and lots of them mean protection or love, or a mixture of the two, or a mixture of two different ones, but not many mean protection and love. But with a mixed success, you think that rubies are as close as you can remember because they do represent protection, but they also represent luxury and royalty. So perhaps a ruby.
Yeah.
However, the rest of you remember we have a total success. Okay, great, from everybody else. You remember that garnet is the stone of protection and love. You all look at each other after this message, after this tablet clatters and clanks back down to the table, and suddenly there is a knock on the door. It startles a couple of you. It is loud and rapt. You know that you have a bounty on your head. What do you do before you
Uh,
go any further with the gun?
I immediately send EG to see who it is, specifically if it's Millie Goggins.
Absolutely. EG leaves your shoulders and kind of floats, hovering out. In your telepathic link with EG, your little fireflies, you hear, "It's a stoner. Should we kill him?"
A like smoking stoner or like someone made of stone?
Yeah. Nope, it's a stoner. Looks like they're delivering something.
Okay, let's not kill them yet. I tell everybody that it's EG has said that it's a stoner and that they're delivering something. And in my humble opinion, I think we should leave them there and not do anything because they should leave. Why are they here? No one should be here.
Callie, your more reasonable fireflies you can also hear in that telepathic link, even as they're kind of overlapping with your more reckless side of your swarm. You see your more reasonable side of your sparkle goes, "Okay, well, that was entirely unhelpful and ridiculously murderous for no reason. But what I'm seeing out here is a daily drop bag. So it seems like it's for Burnwood, not for us." And you know that the
Uh,
Daily Drop is like an Uber Eats in this area. People who have like recurring orders can set it to deliver weekly or monthly, so it's probably just coming back. You see that the fireflies let you know that the stoner is like taking a picture to confirm the order and is about to head back down and away from the hallway.
okay, cool. Okay, so my fireflies have updated and they have said that it is a what is it called? You literally just told me.
The Daily Drop.
Yeah, it's a daily drop driver. So I still think that we should wait, but I think that it's safe to grab whatever was put at the door. Probably. And if it's not, my fireflies have memorized that man's face.
And there's not a lot of stone people walking around either, Amber says as she walks to the door.
Ember, you do see just like a bunch of like grocery bags that do have the Daily Drop logo on the side. It really does look like it's just Burnwood's usual order. There's groceries inside, a couple of books, some magazines, some toiletries. As you bring it inside, Callie, you notice peeking out of one of the side of the bags is your favorite snack, strawberry flavored marshmallows in the bag, as though even though you no longer live here, Burnwood wants to make sure that if you ever come back, that you're properly stocked with your favorites.
Um, Oh my gosh. Callie is she's not gonna burst into tears, but she is very clearly like tearing up, and she just grabs the strawberry marshmallows and she's just like, we have to figure out, we have to save her. I made it official. I know that's why we're here, and I know that's what we're doing, but I was prepared to bail if necessary, but I am not bailing any longer. We have to save her. Anyways, the gem is like a garnet. I know most of y'all know that already, probably, but like it's garnet.
Yeah, Garnet. I was definitely not gonna suggest Ruby.
Yeah, definitely Garnet.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like 50.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would have
yeah, Garnet.
said,
Stupid.
yeah,
someone
I would
said
have said that
Ruby.
an enemy was coming out of the side, like kind of like, when you hide, when someone you're not expecting knocks on the door, is totally emerging from the
Yeah.
couch, like, all right, we good? Okay, yeah, Garnet, yeah.
Oh, Nineveh.
I send my fireflies to comfort Anemone, like to just do the scarf thing. It's probably not as comforting as it is for me, but I'm like, EG,
Yeah.
go comfort.
Okay, and then if she acts up like
No,
that,
no, we
okay,
like
no,
this one. So no murdering, no thinking of
yes,
murdering. I know
no
you can't.
murdering.
I know you can't stop thinking about it, but like, just don't do it.
It's all I think about.
I know. Don't worry, Anemone. They will not commit murder on you. It's for comfort. It's
Is
like
that
a
an
little
option?
scarf, and they're warm. My fireflies. Oh yes, they're very good at their job.
Oh.
Okay.
One of
Now,
their
to look
jobs
for
is
this garnet
comforting people.
thing,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
to look for, no, you're fine. To look for this garnet, there's a lot of ways you could go about it. You could do a comprehend or study check if you were trying to like look through what you have here in terms of texts about such legendary items, because you know that if this spell requires it, it's been around for ages, most of history. So you might be able to find something here in the books, or if you're trying to just get a vibe for where it could be, what it could, where like you should start looking, you could give me an intuit check. You can give me a vibe check, or you can give me a comprehend study. It's up to you.
I'm gonna go for a study check.
I'm also gonna
Go
go
for
for
it.
study.
I'll do st-
I'll do vibe since I get advantage on them anyway.
I have
Okay,
triples. Is
you can give
triples
me
a thing
study.
in this game?
triples.
Yeah, triples are automatic success.
I got all fours. Yay.
Yay!
Hell
I
yeah.
got a doubles. So I'm gonna reroll.
Love, love, love.
14.
So reroll the lowest.
My dedication to saving Burwood is showing in my dice.
For those of you who gave me study checks, Al, Ember, and Callie, what did y'all get? Remind me.
I got triples. So
Okay, total.
14.
Okay, total success. Ember?
15.
Okay, 3 total successes. And Anemone, what did you get?
I got a 14.
Love it. So we have total successes all around. So I'm going to give each of you 4 different pieces of information that you can use how you like. With my study group, you know that the wealthiest families in history that are still living today have all at one point had possession of this garnet. You know that it is called the Gazillion garnet. Al, you recognize that this is from you see it 3 different eras in the Caprese family. Callie, you see that the Levies have had it the least often because they're the newest money. But from what you can tell in the timeline, they are the most recent to have it. And Ember, you realize that also the Wallingrads, the oldest money of the oldest money, could also have the Gazillion garnet. You know of the three most wealthy families in New City all could have access to this garnet, but it is an enemy that comes in to seal the deal here with an intuit check. While everyone else is grabbing books and setting down and looking through witch history, an enemy, you're looking through the daily drop order. Like I said, there were books and magazines in here, and all around you, even, there are magazines. You see that one, the Gilded Times, is like a witch version of a celebrity tabloid, and it seems to have been Burnwood's guilty pleasure. They are everywhere. You see a picture on the cover of Voyelle La Vie, an heiress, a celebrity, the current it girl of New City. You see her on the cover wearing this gorgeous necklace, the huge garnet in the middle, surrounded by diamonds. You know that that is the Gazillion garnet. I'm glad that I'm just going to say this. I'm really glad that these like research rolls are really high because that means when we go somewhere dangerous, the dice will now
Please.
roll towards my favor.
No, this is
I hope
terrible.
not.
No, no, no,
I
no, no,
don't
no,
want to.
no,
Put,
no,
I don't want
no,
to put
no,
that
no,
out
no.
in the universe at the moment times. That's why I'm
I
hoarding my
rebuke it.
advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cold blooded.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Not happy about what I did or said. An
They
enemy.
stay with the file. So wait, Anemone heard about knows that it's with Levy.
Yes,
And
Livy
okay,
Voyelle.
cool.
She is, yeah, she's on the cover of the magazine that an enemy is currently holding.
Hey guys, I think this is it. I think this is it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Do we have to rob a celebrity?
Yes. And you know what? This doesn't sense. This feels. I just
It
say
feels right.
something? Well, yes, in a sense, I feel like it could be argued in some sense of justice. So yes, but can I just say, I personally am making connections at the things that we have stolen. One, we are being asked to steal a lot, but also two, in the worst case scenario in which we are all captured, and is there a way that a possible third party could benefit from this? Because this is a very expensive garnet, and we stole a very expensive artifact. I'm saying this because I personally do not trust Millie Goggins, and I think she's a traitor. And I just want that to be known. I want everyone to know that. And I think Millie Goggins is going to come in here and take all the stuff and try to murder us. And that's what I think will happen.
That is, oh wow, that's a lot to extrapolate. I mean, clearly you're thinking about it quite a bit. It's on your mind, yeah.
It's the only thing that I'm thinking about
Fair.
all the time.
I appreciate you sharing your feelings.
Truly, yeah. Being vulnerable and all
Yeah,
that.
absolutely valid.
Yeah, so valid. Communication is key here.
For sure. There's a good theory, yeah. I think we should like get a little bit more evidence. I know time is of the essence, but I don't know if we should make that rash a decision. Last time, we made like rash decisions. People got stabbed and all that. So, we just want to like
summon
plan it
a
out a
couple
little
of
bit.
zombies just to watch over here.
I point my finger in Al's face and I'm like, firstly, I said I was sorry. Secondly, I did not have a vision about this tablet stabbing you. Because if I did, I wouldn't have touched it. My visions are always correct. But fine. I would just like to say, I see your point. I see what everyone is saying. So all I ask is that everyone just start thinking of ideas and ways to potentially escape a situation in which we are being set up. Is that fair?
Now, I'm on your side, Kylie. I don't trust. Like I'm over here. I was like, I'm with you all the way. Like I can summon like some zombies or some skeletons here to protect the place. If we really, I don't know what else to contribute right now.
I would say that trapping and tracking is my forte, but I think the last trap got you trapped. So, yeah. And I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I survived and I am alive. Ember, could you create some of your skeletons and just have them just guard this place while we are away? Stealing? Actually, where is this magazine? Where is this for? Where is where was
What
she
do you
last
mean?
seen?
Where is this for?
Oh, sorry. When
Oh,
was she last
okay.
seen?
Yeah, if you would like to go like flip through to the article where she's talking about having the garnet and like where she's going to be and all of her events, go ahead and give me just a straight comprehend check.
Okay, cool.
I was almost gonna have Ember just pull out her phone and look at quickie photos to see if like a status update was posted to see her location.
Honestly, that's probably smarter than looking at this.
Absolutely. Give me an actually give me a sleuth check, Ember, while Callie's giving me a comprehend.
14 total.
Okay.
I'm really
Total
worried
success.
about getting good rolls now on these.
Now we're stressed.
The tide will turn, probably.
What was the check in?
It's a sleuth check. It should be under your comprehend.
All right, cool. 15.
Okay. So with both total successes, I think Callie would get this first because it's like right at the tip of her fingers, and Ember, you would not be far behind, scrolling through to find something of use. This will be good. You get two different things. Ember, you get that Voyelle Levy is supposed to be hosting a charity masquerade ball at her penthouse estate in the Golden Tower. You know that this is called the Crystal Gaze Charity Ball, and it is exclusively invite only for the wealthiest of the wealthy, for the absolute elite. And the charity, Ember, you find out is the Covetless Guild. Meanwhile, in the article, Callie, you see as close to MTV Cribs in a magazine as possible. Everything besides floor plans is pretty much in this magazine. You see every room of the penthouse. You could get a pretty good layout from this. You see that the masquerade ball has a mirror hall set up. You see that the Gazillionaires garnet is only on loan for Voyelle Levy from her family's vault because of this charity ball. You see basically the whole layout. Anything but an actual blueprint of this penthouse is now it's at your disposal.
This is fantastic. I share everybody that there's basically just a blueprint for us to figure out a way to get in. And you said it's invite. Ember knows it's invite only.
Yeah.
Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Yeah, I would say Amber would say the information and show off the page and stuff and just stalking the page. Like, dang, that's a lot going on here.
I have a question. Would
Yeah.
I be invited technically?
I don't think so, but tell me why you think you would.
Because I have a powerful family that wants me to be part of the family, and I I am like, I want to just wear my shoes.
I do think that your family may have an invite. You might need to ask them for a favor to get in with
Ooh.
them because it's been quite a bit since you've been friendly with your family.
Do we have any? Does
Uh,
anybody have an idea of how to get in here at all?
uh, Ember would kind of look at her. I feel like Ember has like a decent size following on quickie photos, just to see if she has like any mutuals that's like famous enough that has like a +1, and she would like to search for that.
Sure. All I need from you is a persuasion check.
Cool. She's so not good at that.
Did we all use persuasion as our dump stat? Because if so, that's wild.
Oh,
Yeah, mine's my
I'm
jump
gonna
set.
keep this. I'm gonna keep this number that I dropped on the floor. Definitely keeping doubles, a good doubles,
Okay, we love to see it.
a crazy doubles, which I'm gonna save my advantage for because I feel like 17 is pretty good.
17 is pretty good. Wonderful. You with the 17, you actually get in contact with a mutual who just posted about being bummed that they can't go because they're heading off to a private island festival off the coast of New City. So they have an extra ticket. It's not a +1, but you have kind of done this before with them. If there's an event that you want to go to that you can't, you kind of give someone else your name on the list and they're able to use it to get in. So you could probably get in with perhaps, and this would be risky, 1+1.
As like Amber's gonna be like, just be quietly for a moment, type in and said, "I got a ticket."
Oh, okay, I see. So this is a solo venture. So I
Oh,
no, it's fine. I suppose I can try to get a ticket. Um, oh, I'm going to call my parents.
oh. By your tone,
Wonderful.
it sounds
Are you
stressful.
going to do this in front of everyone, or are
No,
you
I am
taking a
going
step out
into
onto
the
the
bathroom.
balcony?
No, I'm going into the bathroom.
Okay, into the bathroom.
I was like,
Okay.
Callie, do you need support?
It's a little echoey in there. EG kind of flutters off of an enemy and comes with you. Uh, the phone rings and you get an answer fairly quickly. Um, please remind me, Callie, of your last name.
Emery.
Absolutely. Avery Residence, how may I direct your call this evening?
Hi, James. It's Callie.
Oh, wonderful. Hello there. How may I direct your call this evening?
Could you patch me in to who I'm gonna see who's the more lenient parent. Okay, even it's mom. To mom Z, please.
Of course I can. I'm sure she will be thrilled to hear from you. And there is a clicking sound and a long pause, like over 3 minutes of waiting before you get, uh, hello? Hello? Yes?
Hi, mom Z. It's Callie.
Callie, dear. Hello.
How are you?
Well, that's a question I haven't heard from my own daughter in years. Well, I could go on for hours about how I've been, but I don't want to take up too much of your time, Callie. We know how precious your time and freedom are to you. Why have you
Okay.
called, dear?
Um, I need a favor, please, and in exchange, I will Mm. Provide something that you need from me. I need to get into me and a +1 into the ball. Uh that's the masquerade that's coming up.
Oh, is that all, dear? To the Levy ball?
Yes, please. See.
The one that's tonight? Oh, no notice at all? Callie, we raised you better than that. Of course I can. Of course, it's nothing at all. I would be happy to do it. You and one friend, and who shall I say this +1 is that is so important that I've never met them. Please, let me know who to put on the list.
Oh my gosh. I'm scared to use real names, and I'm also oh my gosh. I'm rolling to see which one of you.
Well, you don't have to do
Absolutely.
me. Like you don't have to do
No,
Amber.
it's gonna. Whew. Um.
Thank you, Hydrate.
Uh. Just my BFF. Al. Yes, that is their full name. It's just Al.
Just Al. Wow,
Yes.
and did you meet this one in Lowtown where you scurried off to? In the sewer somewhere, perhaps? In a rave? Underground where there's dirt?
No, Momsy. I met them at a respectable function in a respectable manner. And you know, uh, that uh, he's really cool. And if you want to meet him, maybe um at some point,
Wonderful. I'll put it on the books next weekend, family brunch. Kisses. I'll send you a couple of outfits for the occasion, dear. That's all I ask in return. As promised, yes, you wear what I send you. Uh, and she hangs up.
I come out the bathroom. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure this bathroom echoes, so everybody would have heard that conversation because it would have been on speaker, and everybody would have heard that.
She sounds like a rain of sunshine.
And Callie just walks out the bathroom and then just lays on the floor.
Oh, there's a
Immediate
couch.
floor time.
Immediate floor time.
Absolutely. You lay down. You all have heard what went on that call. Do any of you say anything or do anything for Callie in this moment?
I'm not done with the sweater, but because you gave me KG, I knitted the neck part of the turtleneck. Do you want it? I mean, it's not finished, but is just to hug you a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. No. Okay.
No,
Okay.
I thank you.
Okay.
This is a very wonderful gesture, even though it does nothing for me physically. It's actually pretty itchy and a little sad, but like itchy in like the painful way. Um, but I
It'll take
take the
away the other
sentiment.
pain.
Yes, I shall take the sentiment of the comfort. Um, Al, you will have to come with me to meet my parents next week, I guess.
Am I being kidnapped?
No, probably not. But that isn't off the table. You are more likely to be asked 800 questions about you and what you do for the living. We will probably
Invasive.
be asked if we are dating. Tell them no. They
I
will
will.
probably insist. Tell them no.
Absolutely. You should know this also, since we're best mates and all that. My last name is Trudy. I do actually have a first and last name. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. That's
Cheers.
great to know.
Do you like?
Well, gang,
Okay.
you
like-
do have 2 tickets, and you each have a +1. Ember, please carry on before we wrap up this scene.
So yeah, Amber was just gonna ask Callie, it's like, do you like heat pads? I can make my hand into a heat pad and give you a nice hot massage. That relaxes me from intense conversations on the phones.
I'm scared, but I'm willing to try it. Anything to make this feeling of shame go away. It's absolutely not
Ember-
working at all. But
Oh, we can roll
Ember,
for it.
give me I was about to say, give me a cast check, please. If you're doing this for soothing, like for healing, we can call it medicmancy. So if you want to use it from your grimoire spells, you absolutely can.
Yes, please. Yeah, I have advantage. Let me re-roll one more time. Oh, that's way better, way better. That is a 15.
Okay. Please expend a spell slot as you are able to heal Callie for 2 points of damage. It may not be soothing the mind, but it is soothing the body. And you are able to try your hardest to give some comfort in the way that you know best in this moment. You have your ticket in. All you need now is a plan to steal the most expensive jewel off the most famous woman in New City in less than 7 hours. And that's where we'll take our bio break.
No pressure, gang.
Pressure.
Hello and welcome back to the Hex Heist. We're back from break where we just had all of our witches studying overnight to decode an ancient Mesopotamian relic, a tablet full of magic and puzzles. And after solving that puzzle with a little bit of damage sustained, figuring out how to get into the Levi Masquerade Ball happening this very evening. By working together and pooling their resources, they managed to get only 2 tickets, but each one comes with a +1. And so we find them as the sun is yet again setting. You've only known each other for 24 hours, at least as a group. There is yet another knock at the door. What do you do?
EG, obviously. Unless somebody else wants to go check on it, I'm setting EG.
That sounds good. That sounds good to me.
I'll come as backup.
You're gonna
EG
follow
floats
each
forward with Ember close behind, and they kind of silhouette your perimeter, Ember, kind of like a chalk line on a body, except for vertical as you're walking. And as you stop behind the door, they continue on and push through the telepathic link. You hear, "It's a guy. It's a guy with bags. Can we kill him?" And of course, the more reasonable side, "I think this is the delivery from Mumsy, unfortunately." And through the peephole, Ember, you can see that there is someone with like 2 coat hanger bags standing there. What do you do?
Emma's gonna say back because I think it's your clothes, Callie. Because we heard the conversation.
Kali's gonna like say behind the door, "You can leave them there."
Through the peephole or through EG, you can see that they're like on the ground. Oh,
Yes, on the ground.
okay.
Yeah, they're wrapped up. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And they drop it on the ground and start to back up. They leave, no issue. You do have a delivery out there, though.
Okay.
Amber can grab it for you.
Yes, please.
No, don't worry.
Please?
Don't worry. Amber got it. And Amber opens the door, like looks around quickly, and then grabs the clothes.
Yeah, there is like a monogrammed E in golden thread on both bags. And you are able to bring them in, lay them out. It's looks like very expensive stuff would be inside, but you cannot see the garments inside until you open them.
Okay, I'm gonna open them. And while I'm opening them, I'm gonna be like, Al, Ember, I'm I know I was a little sassy earlier, but I'm actually very worried about your familiars. Have you like messaged them or anything? Just seeing that they're okay.
I've got full confidence in Chami. Like he's pretty cunning bloke. I'm not really worried, honestly.
Okay.
I was like, I can check in on mine. What kind of connection does Amber have? How to connect with Penelope?
So, in order to connect to your familiar, you can like send them off to do small errands. You can send them off all the time, but in order to connect with them telepathically, they do need to be in your space. So they are not currently in your space, so you can't hear them. But if you'd like to try to cast something to elongate that connection, you absolutely can try to do so. If you have something in your grimoire spells, your elemental features, or your spell specialties that allows you to do that, you can. If you don't, go wandless.
Ooh.
I see the little smile that Meadow has after saying going
Yeah,
wandless.
Not before a party. I was like,
maybe during the party
fair.
as a little way to spice things up, but not before.
Not before.
Like a little party trick. It's fine. Just never before.
Yeah, we don't pregame going wandless.
Never before.
It was like Ember's like, I really don't have any connection like that to my familiar, but I have full faith that Penelope will let me know if that she's in danger.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna open this garment. What's it looking like?
Al, did you have an outfit in mind for this evening?
So, I'm thinking classic, straight black tuxedo, white shirt, very like a glittery tie. Not like there was like glitter on it, but it has like a sheen, like a shine to it.
Yeah,
It'll be like a nice, like ornate handkerchief. It'll be like white and black. Like the theme is just like white, black, silvers, no gemstones, but just like very silky almost kind of look to the suit.
absolutely. A smooth look. So that is what is in this bag to a T, uh, but also a mask. It is a masquerade ball after all. Inside, you see this, it's only for the eyes. It doesn't cover most of the face, but it does look like when it gets too cold and you're looking out your car window and you can see the frost kind of blooming across it, very similar. It looks like it's made of glass in a way. But when you pick it up, it's very sturdy. That is what is in the first bag.
This is incredible. Thanks to your mother. I imagine I'll meet her later or something.
Yeah. Mhm. Next week at 10 a.m. on the dot. Don't be late. It'll be very bad if you're late. In which case
Understood.
you will be scolded tremendously,
I
and
mean,
she might want to call your parents.
I mean, she's not my mom, so I won't really be worried about
Okay,
scolding.
great. That's so cool. But anyways, stop if you
Alexa,
laugh.
play Good For You.
Good for you. Anyways, do I get to say what's in the bag, or is it what Mom Zito's chosen?
No, it is absolutely what you would like to say is in the bag, except for there will be something extra in the bag. So leave space for that. But please take
Ooh.
the floor and tell us the perfect dress that you see in there or suit,
Okay,
whatever.
so inside is a gown that is a lot of like different like dark blues, light blues, all of this, and it looks like waves like wrapping around the body. Um and there's little like gold shimmers throughout. But instead of being like just kind of this like traditional gown that ebbs and flows, it looks like it's stuck in time. So, um, like it looks like the wind has gone through it, and it's just stuck there. And then in addition, um, there is like little seashells attached to it and everything. And they're like pink, and it's like this mixture of pink and blue. And can I describe the mask as well, or is that the little surprise?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And then the mask itself is like half pink, half blue. Um, and it's so half of it is like low key, this like uh full face, like scary looking mask, and it's all covered in Decora jewels. Like it looks like a Slenderman mask, like just halfway. And it would look terrifying if it wasn't for all the like pink and blues attached to it, and it still looks strange. And then the other half is just like the face, like the eye part. Um and it just looks like these teardrop crystals. Um and yeah, that is the fit.
Beautiful. You love this dress. You love this mask. But as you hold up the dress bag, there is something in a rectangular box weighing it down in the bottom.
It's shoes, isn't it? I know it's shoes. I'm gonna open it.
It is a pair of shoes. They're gorgeous and you know that they will fit. They match the outfit perfectly. What's going through Callie's mind right now?
Um, in Callie's mind, Callie's like, like, of course, like I get it. I haven't been there or whatever, but of course, I can never have this one thing. Because for Callie, like the one thing whenever she would have to attend meetings with her mom, whenever she'd have to attend like these company family meetings, these high end people, she was given the best quality things. And the one thing that she would always ask for was comfortable shoes. It was the one request that she made of her parents, and she never got it. So she is disappointed, but she's not surprised.
Absolutely. You see those shoes in there, and laid atop them is a corsage as well of a beautiful crystalline iris that will fit perfectly on your wrist if you choose to wear it. If you agree to wear it as you promised your momsy.
I'm gonna wear it, but I take off my snatchers. Uh and I is Burnwood's body still suspended?
Yes, it has not hit the ground at all.
I put them like right underneath Burnwood's suspended body. And I put on
Give
these
me
oh go
a
ahead.
give me a vibe check, please, before you put on the shoes that your mother sent you.
Um Come on, character sheet. Where are you? Okay. Okay, 11.
Okay. On a mixed success, you do indeed uh, notice this, but you are going to need to expel a source point for me, as it's like your magic is being pulled out of you and connecting with another magic. Burnwood's hand twitches as if reaching for you for just a moment and then falls back stagnant.
Um Callie's gonna like freeze before putting on the shoes, and there's like a look of like her being conflicted. Um and she's gonna say, I'm doing this for you. But she is going to, instead leaving her snatchers there, she's gonna put them in like a bag to like bring with her.
Yeah. You decide you're going to take these shoes
These
with
dirty
you, the shoes that these dirty sneakers, these comfortable shoes. Really the one thing you ever wanted that Burnwood gave you a long time ago. You take them with you, even as you comply with your mother's demands. All of you are able to get ready to head up there, but you still don't really have a plan. You only have a way in. You don't know how you're going to get the necklace. You don't know how you're going to get out of there unnoticed once it's gone. Are you discussing that as you're all getting ready? You have precious little time, so it's kind of like multitasking here.
We have a guide of like we have a blueprint of the place, right?
Everything but the blueprint. You have pictures of most of the rooms in the penthouse.
Um, are there any can I like notice if there's any like doors that look like they don't connect to something? Like a door that like looks like it's like going outside, or like it's like, oh, why is that door there? That door shouldn't be there. There's
Give
from
me
the
give me a
description.
sleuth check.
Okay, cool. Uh,
Can I help with that?
Sure. Yeah, you guys can pour
Okay.
over this magazine together.
Because
Do you have anything you want to say to help?
because I didn't know if the tracking would help with that in general. Trying something like that. I don't know.
You're not really tracking anything
true.
or trapping anything, but trapdoors exist. So if you're using your expertise and your know-how because of your experience with magic, it's not that you're casting anything, but you are
Right.
lending your expertise to Callie in this
Right.
moment. So Callie, you can use 4d6 and take the highest.
oh. Oh. Sorry, I'm confused because I have these radiation dice and it like the 6 is just like a radiation symbol, so I was like, what is this? Anyways, I got in that case I got doubles, so I got 2 6s and a 5 plus 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold that double.
Absolutely. You see that there is a couple of pictures of this hall of mirrors being installed just for this event. And it's made to be deliberately confusing and disorienting. However, you see that the article states that it's supposed to lead um, from the ballroom to the balcony bar, more specifically. And you see that the way that the curves are set up, the way that the angles are, there have to be rooms behind some of these mirrors because it doesn't make sense in the layout of the rest of the penthouse. So, though you're not sure where the door is or doors, you know that there have to be some to gain access into the Hall of Mirrors as a servant, as you know, as the owner of the apartment, the penthouse. So, you know that they are there indeed, but not super sure exactly which mirror to press from these camera angles.
Cool. Okay. So I have a thought. I have some thoughts in my brain. Thank you for that, Anemone, for helping with that. So I know that if we have the necklace and it is given to me, if I go through do you think she will want to be in the Hall of Mirrors? Because if so, I could grab it, run away, assuming that we know where it is, and I could use my teleportation magic to just go away as once I can see outside. Or in the worst case scenario, if that ends terribly, we can take one of these doors that exist and figure out where it leads and go from there. That's my plan. Thank you. I am open to feedback.
Makes sense. I guess my one question is, do we know if this particular mark has any magical prowess? Like, are they a witch of any renown outside of the celebrity?
Uh,
They are not. You would know that just from knowing who she is, that she's not magically inclined, but comes from a magical family. So she has an elite practitioner's like license, but she has no innate magical ability to speak of.
Got it. Okay, with that knowledge, I think Al kind of like activated by seeing the breakout of the house, just kind of like taking in the layouts, taking in the information. All right, team, how do we feel about robbing this person? Um, the magic mirrors makes total sense. We get them isolated. We take the magic gem. You teleport. I guess the rest of us will have to figure it out in terms of escape. But um, can we like looking at that graphic of the home identify any sort of like quick outs for the rest of us as Callie like uses teleportation magic to escape?
Yeah, give me a sleuth check, comprehend check, whichever.
That is an 8.
Okay, mark experience for me. I feel the tides a turning.
Yeah.
you look at all of this, but it's so flashy and it's very much set up for like making it look more grandiose than it is and making it larger than life. So it's really not giving you the much leeway in terms of figuring out how to get in and out quickly.
I'm short for ideas, gang. I apologize.
Hey, is there any way for Amber to tell to make sure there's no like anti-magic fields or anything through these photos and stuff?
Not through the photos. You would have to do that when there.
Okay.
I'm trying to find out how to exactly say this, but could Anemone somehow use their past as a thief to try to I don't know the word to like aid, I guess, in finding
And a way
ins
out.
and outs? Yeah.
Sure. Do you want to do that from the pictures that you're looking at here, or do you want to do that once you're in?
I feel like doing it on the pictures right now would at least have that pre-planning, I guess.
Sure. Give me again, these are pictures not really set for showing doors that aren't event themed or like areas of the penthouse that aren't perfectly picture ready. So give me we will call this a you can either give me comprehend or vibe for this. Like it can be a vibe check because I know you have advantage, but this roll is at disadvantage. So you'll be rolling flat or you'll be rolling at disadvantage if you're trying to do a comprehend.
Okay, then I'll just do the vibe because that way I could roll flat. Let's say so that is side two. I got a 12.
Okay. So go ahead and expend a source point for me as you are kind of deciphering all of these pictures and trying to layer them on top of each other in your mind and using your background as a thief to basically put yourself in the shoes of someone in this penthouse trying to rob it. What would I do if this were a job? And I think you'd get pretty close with the 12. You would probably realize that servants' entrances, uh, even things all the way down to like dumb waiters and back elevators, staircases, which no one rich wants to take when they're going to the penthouse, things like that. The layman's way out would be your best bet for this particular event. You are going to be on the 122nd floor. So any type of leaping out and things like that is not going to work for anyone but Callie who can teleport. However, you do have blood boards.
That's true. All right, I would relay that information to the group. So it seems that our best bet is to go through the servants' quarters because really no one's going to want to go through that. So that's the way out, at the very least. But how are we going to get the jewel first?
Do we have any smooth talkers? Flirting,
I mean,
becoming
I,
BFFs.
I mean that's me. But I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Just like a, really close hug and then or just distract.
Accidentally spill wine on them and then they have to take off everything because everything's so sticky.
Just yoink.
I think I could do that.
It's worth a shot.
I think I could do
An
that.
enemy you've been volunteered, which
Again.
is a specialty of this group here. you are absolutely able to get ready now that you kind of have a plan to work around that has some flexible areas here. You've cased the place, you know what you need to grab, you know who is going to try to grab it, and you know if you get it to Callie, that as long as Callie can see outside, Callie can get away. So, you all have your plus ones, you all have your tickets. I need to check in with Ember. Uh, what are you wearing
Cool.
exactly?
Cool. During the whole planning process, everybody would hear glass shattering in the background throughout this whole process. Because there's nothing crazy. She's not crashing out, gang. It may sound like a crash out, but she's not. She's just like, I'll pay you back, Burma, but she's breaking glass. And then she has this simple black dress she probably found from like Burnwood's like closet or something. And then what she's gonna do is she is blowing into the glass to form a piece of art on the dress. It looks like lava was like poured on her, kind of energy, as like she's decorating the dress up and down. And then the next part is the mask. It's like she's doing the glass on the mask too. It just comes out a little pointed. It's red and orange and gold further out.
Please give me a cast check to create this beautiful avant-garde outfit for this evening.
Can I have advantage because that was so cool? Never mind. I rolled doubles. I rolled a 15 because I rolled 2 6s and a 3. Right? Yeah, that's 15.
A 15 absolutely gives you a beautiful slay of a moment. You come out with this thing that kind of forms around your body and still makes a statement and oddly does look mirrorified. So it's like you can see parts of the room in the structure that you've created. It is gorgeous, and so is the mask. I would love to check in with Anemone, who is also getting ready for this evening. What did you settle on outfit wise, as well as your mask?
Okay, so outfit wise, I would say that would have definitely perused to see at least would have probably found like a simple it would be like a cocktail-y kind of dress when it is at the beginning. But I would say that an enemy given various amounts of tulle and fabric that is probably in the bag would have definitely been quickly hand stitching. It's gonna look like a jellyfish type of thing with little beaded things, kind of like an anemone in a way. It's gonna be iridescent. I would say that the mask is just pure white with like little frills that's kind of like hanging down, and something like this, with just a little bit more length, but something like that.
Ooh. I love this. Please roll me a comprehend check. This is your current hyper focus, so I will give you advantage on this. But creating clothes is still, hit or miss. So give me
Yeah,
just a comprehend check. Very specifically, it is a study check since you're applying information that you've just gathered to make this.
sounds good. Okay. So did you say I get advantage because it's a hyperfixation? Just trying to remember. Okay. So I'll re-roll the lowest then, because then that puts me at a that puts me at a 15.
Okay, that's a total success. Your outfit becomes the vision that you had in your head in real life. It fits like a glove. It looks exactly as you wanted it to. You all look incredible. Now comes the difficult part. Callie, Mumsy seems to have sent a limo to take you into uptown of New City. You are all able to hop in if you'd like. If anyone wants to travel in any different way, you can. But there's a limo here for you. Do you get in it?
Yes. Mom pressure. It's a terrible idea. Callie knows it's a bad idea. It is the worst idea. But Callie, I feel, is legally obligated. And by legally I mean pressurely obligated to get in the limo. She is not gonna make anybody else get in the limo if they do not want to.
Absolutely. Would anybody else like to get in the limo?
I will get in the limo.
Ember would get in.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting in the limo.
Wonderful. You pull forward with something very modern that sounds suspiciously like SZA playing in the background, and you are able to make it all the way to Uptown. Your tickets are taken at the door when you give them your names, and you are led to a golden elevator that has clearly been renovated from something that was made for cargo, so it can take about 40 people up at a time. You are rubbing elbows with the upper echelon of New City. You see people with long gloves on, with crystals growing out of the gloves. You see someone with a huge fur wrap, and the tinges of fur have glitter in them that seems oddly natural for it to be an animal. Hair piled high, stretching towards the ceiling, jewels, so many jewels. The glitter, the glam is almost overwhelming as you rise up the Golden Tower to get to the penthouse of the Crystal Gaze Charity Ball. It is the penthouse of the tallest skyscraper in New City, and the night sparkles with the glow of shimmering ice like glass and crystals from chandeliers and sconces and drinking glasses, and guests upon guests adorned with opulent gowns and suits reflecting the hues of frozen jewels, wearing intricately designed masks just as you are, some resembling icicles, some resembling gemstones, others frosted leaves. And as you step out of this massive golden elevator, the grand ballroom glows. All of this light from all of these crystals and ice and glass refracting into thousands of sparkling colors in front of you, while music fills the air. Upon entering, I need everyone to make me a resist check. I need a cast resist, please. Roll me a d20. You can add your cast stat here.
Dirty 20.
Woo! 11.
Okay.
Also got an 11.
Okay. 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 And Ninemi, what about you?
It's like, well, first I lost my first pair of dice. I don't know where it was, so I had to use my giant hobbit one. And I got a 16.
Can I
Okay.
wait, I have a thing for this. Um can
Oh, I love that dice so much.
I have empathetic. So when you feel for others when they struggle, you feel for others when they struggle. When an ally makes a resist check, you may mark a source point to add 1d6 to the roll as long as you have source points available.
Great. Which one are you giving this to?
Can I only give it to one person at a time?
Would you like to do two for 2 source points?
Well, I guess. Uh, uh, yes. This is probably a bad idea. Yes. I'm going to
Okay.
touch both Al and Ember's shoulders, and I'm be like, because I don't know if y'all are. I feel like Callie assumes y'all are not in the upper echelon at some point. So Callie is like, okay, back straight, look forward, look confident, pay attention, Be mindful. Let's go. And I am going
Okay,
to
Ember and Al, roll me a d6, and you can each add whatever it is that you get to your resist.
So give me a 14 total.
Same.
Okay.
14.
Okay, with a DC of 15.
Damn.
Narratively, it works because this is like an enchantment of luxury. As soon as you step off of the elevator, you see the lights so bright. They're beautiful. Maybe the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, almost as if everything here has been perfectly crafted to be dreamlike and heavenly and exclusive. And you, Al and Ember, are now exclusive. You're worthy. You're elite. You feel a sense of ego burgeoning inside of you. Callie and Anemone, your families are either powerful or they rub elbows with the upper echelon all the time as a charming family. You guys have seen this before. You steel yourself against this onslaught of magic and are like, no, no, please. And you are able to absolutely resist. Al and Ember, when a servant comes up to you offering you a flute of sparkling liquid, you feel like you deserve that drink. In fact, that servant was a little slow bringing it to you. What do you two do in this moment?
I think like upon like coming in, Al's knees would have been shaking a little bit, but then having fallen to the allure of luxury would have stopped the shaking. And to that point, the false confidence of being amongst the glitz and the glamour, exactly. Like this, being amongst the glitz and the glamour. Just a kid from the gutter who's like, oh yeah, like for sure they got staff. Yeah, like yeah, of course I want sparkly, whatever. Bring it all. Bring your hors d'oeuvres. Bring everything. So he's gonna grab a glass of whatever. He's not even gonna listen to the server when they say like, oh, this is such and such. He's gonna be like, yeah, cheers, and just just start indulging.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like make eye contact with Anemone, like, oh geez.
Yeah. Ember, what about you? Gonna take some hors d'oeuvres. And like it's like the little like, well, she doesn't even know what kind of meat it is, but she was just trying to be like, this is so overcooked. And try again. And like, anyways.
Oh wait, the staff is slow, isn't it?
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Like, I can't believe it. Treating us like this.
Truly.
They did not know who I am with my Twitter followers.
Exactly. You made this dress today. Like, what is like?
Yeah, and no one has complimented it. That not even at least I haven't complimented.
You don't have taste. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's why we're serving and they're serving.
Mm-hmm. Here's to that.
Callie, Anemone, you hear this and you know what this is. Again, you're familiar with this. You know that it can only be broken. Actually, I wouldn't say that you know. You can give me a cast check, affinity specifically, or you can give me a study check, comprehend, if you want to know how you could break your friends out of this in this moment.
I failed. I got an 8. So we're just gonna go ahead
mark
and mark
experience.
I got a 15.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. On a 15. Again, Anemone, you're very used to being charming and to people using a little extra boost to get even half of your family's legacy charm. This is exactly what that is. This is a charm spell that boosts the ego, and the only way to break it, and you can decide whether or not you wish to break it, is to let it run its course for a full 8 hours, which is like the general amount of time a party will last into the night, or you can humble them. An effective roast will break the spell. Otherwise, they're going to be feeling this way while they're here, enjoying their drinks and their hors d'oeuvres.
Okay, I'm partly glad that I didn't go and get the Witch of the Earth because I would have humbled them so hard.
I don't know what to do. What do we do to? I don't. Should
Oh
we
well,
do
we've
something?
got to humble them, or we just let it run its course. So
Mm,
it.
Do you think them being overly confident and misguided helps with
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think
the mission?
Gordon Ramsay and something. I don't know. Would it help?
I don't know. Would
I
it?
don't know. I mean,
Let's see, and if they just get too rambunctious,
okay.
we'll bring up their hairline and shoes.
You know what? I
Oi,
think
another glass, yeah? Come on,
I
yeah?
think you
Another servant runs by, like bowing and handing a tray full of glasses for your choosing, trying to tell you the years of these beautiful wines.
Don't care. Piss off here. Thanks.
I think we have to. No, I think we got
And
you
they
know what?
run off.
I think if you can, and this is going to sound horrible, if you can dig into your mother's ness and humble Owl, I will try to do this to Ember, and I don't know.
Okay, no, I
Dang
can
it.
do that. Okay.
Okay.
Deep breaths. I'm gonna crack my neck. I'm gonna like, and Callie's gonna walk up to Al and cross her arms, and she's gonna be like, "What are you acting all high and mighty for? You just got that outfit today. I bet you don't have a single thing in your closet that would be suitable for this party. Like, you literally had to have somebody that you don't know, you met less than 24 hours ago, mother, help get you something nice to wear. So take that attitude and bump it down a little bit, 2 notches. Matter of fact, 5, because you're up here and you being really disrespectful to these servants when they probably have more connections than you.
You need
And
Callie.
she
You need to
didn't
roll
even know
me
your last name.
a
And Ebony coming in with you.
Callie with the assist
Oh.
is wild, catching strays. Callie, I need you to roll me a menace check, which is under your persuade. It needs to be a total success to break this spell. Otherwise, it's gonna roll right off of Al Trudy's back right now.
Can I get advantage for how truly diabolical that was?
You can get an extra D6 and take the top 3 because of the last minute assist from an enemy.
Thank you, Anemone. Oh, doubles. Okay. So that's 4 plus 4 is 8, and then let's roll this again. Oh, I got a 4, so now I have a 4 and a 4 to 4, so it's a triple now? Or is that how that works?
Yeah, that's a total success. Absolutely.
Yay!
You can build up to triples. Beautiful job. Al, would you like to describe for us how it feels as you like take a good look at Callie and really ingest her words and come back down to where you usually find yourself?
I think it would feel like an overwhelming warmth just go cold, just fully cold, and just like sap from his body, from like going from the top of his head all the way down to his feet, and he just feels cold and empty. He's not actually cold and empty, but like he has that feeling of like the warmth being sucked out. And he like calms down, he mellows out, and he's like looking at the glass of whatever, and he's just like, it's not even that good. Like,
I know, it's terrible. It tastes terrible.
It's horrible. It's
They
horrible.
say, I'm really sorry. We can't have you have
No.
that energy the whole night.
Oh,
I
no.
appreciate
You know,
it.
you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just very kind
You
of
can-
you. I've not been there before. This is a lot. It's a lot to take in, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Of course, it's a lot. I completely
You could
understand.
just and you know what? I just pick up the glass and put it
Yeah,
on the servant's tray.
I don't even
I'm
want
like,
it,
take this
really.
away, please. Take
Yeah,
this away,
thank you.
please. It's
Thank you.
disgusting, please. Take it.
Thank you.
Ember,
I appreciate it.
these three have been talking for a minute now. With your new emboldened sense of self, have you wandered off or have you stayed close?
I feel like Ember probably would have started wandering off with this high mighty. She wants attention. Like she worked very hard on this dress.
Absolutely. She sure fucking did. So there's a couple places you can go. You can go to the delicate dance floor. You can go to the mirrored maze. Or you could get to the balcony. Now, the traditional way to get to the balcony is through the mirrored maze. Or you could go to the dance floor where there's also like the banquet tables are surrounding it and people sitting down watching the dance floor, or is like the sitting space is also around the dance floor. Where would you like to go in this moment?
I'll probably go to the dance floor. That's where she thinks the most people are at to talk to.
You'd be correct. What would you say, or who would you be looking out for in this moment? The person with the most influence, the person who will give you the most attention, the person who looks the best, the person who looks the worst. Like, what are you looking for?
Let me roll for a second. Probably look for someone that has the most influence.
Give me a vibe check, please.
Ooh. Re-rolling because I got 2 5s.
Hell yeah.
14.
Okay, that's a total success.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long for you to lock eyes with who you feel is the most influential person in this room. You see them wearing a simple wrap kimono-like robe, but it is heavily over embellished with bejewelments and real gold thread and intricate embroidery that you know costs more than your tenant rent for a year. You also see that this person is wearing the top half mask that is traditional for the Covetless Guild. And since this ball, the charity that we're raising money for, is for the Covetless, you know that they probably have a lot of sway here.
Oh, nice. So yeah, Ember will roll up and introducing herself, trying to be like still feeling like all high minded, probably still looking down upon the waitstaff as she walks over, but like she just starts talking to them and saying, "It's like, oh, I was like, I really love your outfit this evening."
What? Oh, this old thing. Oh, my child, this is my day robe, really. You also look incredible. Wow, this is stylish. New. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh,
Wow.
this old thing. Oh,
What is your name?
it's Amber with the E.
Amber. Oh, like a fire sparking. I'm so glad that you are here tonight for our very holy cause. I hope you won't spare a single expense in helping our hounds. It's more important than ever that we protect our city from the lowlives who try to use our magic. Don't you agree, Ember?
I so agree. The low lives definitely do not need the magic. It's like I don't know what they think they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, like who do
They're
they think they
insane.
are? Very much. Oh. Someone come help
He
her.
leans forward, he grabs both of your hands, he's keying it up with you. You all see this on the dance floor right now, that Ember is clutching paws with you can give me a comprehend check to see if you know exactly who this is, but you can tell that it is Covetless Guild.
For real, oh my gosh. I got triple sixes. I know that's not a thing, but I
Trips.
got
That's the jackpot right there. That is the jackpot.
Jackpot. Help.
I know exactly who this
Okay.
is. I know their name. I know their date of birth.
Probably know their mother's maiden name. It's fine.
Did anyone else roll for comprehend?
I got a 12.
Yeah, let me see. I've got 16.
Okay. So we're going to start with Al, because Al, you learned about the Covetless Guild literally this morning. So it's kind of a new concept for you. You don't really know who he is, but you see that the headdress that is attached to the half mask he wears indicates very high status. That comes from your books. You know that he is high up at the very least. Though you don't know his name, you wouldn't recognize him. That is something that you do know. Meanwhile, Anemone and Callie, you know who the fuck this is. This is Giancarlo Minette. This is the founder of the Covetless Guild. In the papers, they call him a cult leader. He is the person who funds and trains and lobbies for the Hex Hounds to have more money, more troops, more defenses, more power. You know exactly who this is and why he is here. And he is really into Ember right now.
This is bad. This is very bad. I don't know if I can like definitely bring Ember down a peg. I don't know if I have the mental fortitude to bring her down a peg in front of Giancarlo Minette. I don't think I have it.
Question. Could I figure out, is there a secret or a rumor that I might be able to listen about him? Because I'm affinity and gossip, so
Absolutely. If you want to make a lap around the dance floor, because Giancarlo is with Ember making like a little bit of a scene to get some attention in the center. So if you want to make a lap around and just keep your ears open, I'll give you an intuit check and we'll let you know what you hear.
okay, I'll go ahead and do
It's
that
not
then.
specifically vibe, so you don't have advantage on it, but it is just a general intuit.
Okay. Because if this works, all right, let's see. So that is, all right, I rolled. I'll go ahead and take one of those feature advantages so I could roll the lowest. Okay, that is plus into it. That is a 14.
Okay. On a total success, you make a lap around. You're kind of weaving in between tables, just keeping an open ear. You hear that a lot of people who are here tonight believe that Giancarlo Minette is going to make a very big announcement involving Voyelle Levy and Crispin Teal. But you can't quite catch to what capacity. You don't think that those two would have any business together. But as you gather this last piece of gossip, the strings rise. The music begins. A beautiful dance takes place as guests take to the floor. Anemone, on a total success, listening for gossip. If you really want the tea, you turn around and you see a dashing young man. The odd thing about this man, and he's bowed in front of you, is that there is a black satin sash. Well, it looks black at first, but really it's charcoal gray. Reminds you of something. It's familiar. that is tied around his eyes at the back of his head. His tux is all black, black on black suit on black tie, bowed in front of you with a hand out. You hear, "May I have this dance?"
Bree's having a moment, like it's like Bree XE like crashes. But at the same time, an enemy would know. Number one rule, you don't deny a dance. No, so an enemy would like metaphorically like like tits up pretty much, and then just goes like, well, yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
And as you place your hand in his, you can see scars all along the side of his hand and knuckles and palm that you can feel that disappear underneath that black suit. And you are whirled out onto the dance floor in a dizzying, graceful waltz. We're going to cut from here for a moment while we talk to Al and Callie about what they're up to right now. Seeing Ember with Giancarlo Manette, the founder and leader of the Covetless Guild, and seeing Anemone with a stranger, though it's pretty clear who this could be.
These are the two worst people. I feel like both Al and Callie are sitting there like this is bad.
This is really bad.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
This is bad. This is bad.
That's definitely a hex. That's definitely a hex.
No, did you see his face? Like, they put it in a suit.
Do you think that's not our?
They put it in a suit as wild.
That's not. That's not our hex sound, right? What are the odds? What are the odds? There's so many.
Wait, what do you mean by our hex? Do you have like a special bond with it? Like,
no, the one that chased us, that knows our sense.
You can give me a vibe or comprehend check if you'd like to know if this is the hex sound from last night.
I'll absolutely do that.
This is the worst time to roll terribly.
15.
Okay, total success.
6, 7, 8, 9. I got a 9.
Okay,
wait, comprehend?
That is a struggle. Yes, or vibe. It's up to you. It's if you wanted to do.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a 10 because 10 is still a fail. I think.
Mark experience as you see an enemy kind of being whirled around. You're trying to like get a look, and you can't quite see. But we'll say that Al, who is established at being at Colin Coffer's fighting ring, watching how people move, especially fighters, people who are trained in combat, you don't recognize him by his face because you never saw his face. You recognize him by the primal movement of his body and how he moves around the dance floor. It is almost a mix of perfect form and then a feral type of grace that looks like at any moment when he whirls an enemy that he could be slamming her to the ground. He never does, but you notice in the way that he moves this intensity, and you know that this is the hex sound from last night.
Okay, Al's knees are shaking. The knees are going. They're shaking.
Meanwhile, Callie is like, I can't get a good look. I don't know. Probably not. We're probably fine. I look at Al's face.
Just dread. Just dread. Total dread. Al's gonna not look at Callie, but he will be continuing to watch the stranger dancing with an enemy and just go,
no.
Callie,
no.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. Great form, but this is this is
Okay.
not good.
Ooh, everything's
Who
okay.
do we grab Amber or do we grab? And I don't.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I should be high off of the high life right now. I can't do this as me right now. This is not.
No.
This isn't good, mate.
Oh,
Like,
this is bad. Okay. Um.
wanna. This is.
Okay. You. Because I was so close and casted so close to that hex sound, I don't think I can go near it. Can I trust you to get anemone?
Uh, I can try. Yeah. I don't. I mean, like, I've never been the one. How do you take someone away from a dance? Actually, yeah. Wait. How do you take someone away from a dance?
So I think that with Al's permission and consent, Allie would kind of like show Callie would kind of show Allie Al and would just kind of be like, okay, so imagine you're in a dance right now, and then Callie comes over and like does like this like elaborate bow, and then just like takes your hand and starts dancing, and then Callie's like, oh wait, this is good, we're gonna dance towards them, and then we're gonna switch. I do not want to touch the hexhound. I can't. Uh, just can you dance with the hexhound, and then you could just leave, go to the bathroom.
Are you joking?
Ooh, okay, then I shall do it. I shall take one
Well, I
for the
mean,
team.
I
No, it's
think.
fine. It's fine, Al. It's okay. I can do it. If I die, I die. It's okay. I lived a long life. It is fine. We are dancing.
So you begin to
Right.
dance. In the meantime, Giancarlo Minette is enthralled with his new bestie, who he looks at Ember and goes, "You simply must meet my girl. Oh, she's around here somewhere. We must find her. It will be a beautiful time. Oh, I dressed her myself in all of my jewels, and she looks so good. Okay, come with me. Come. Move your beautiful, gorgeous figure.
No,
Come with me."
I'm coming.
And he leads you off the dance floor with his little entourage of like, they're not also covetless guild, they're just rich people who are kind of tittering along, gossiping, following, being like, can you see what she's wearing? Oh my god, I can't believe she showed up like that. Like a lot of really petty words going on around you in this cloud as you move up around this double staircase. You're led all the way to the top, Ember, and at the top, give me a vibe check as you see
Okay.
Voyelle Levy leaning over a banister facing away from the dance floor. Let's see if you can gather what's going on here.
I'm gonna use one of my advantage.
Okay.
I have two. I need to use these. Okay, great. Fantastic. Wow.
Y'all are cracking me up tonight.
14. The first time.
Okay,
3.
on a total success. Oh, okay. So on a total success, you do see that Voyelle seems to be crying. And as she hears the footsteps and the gossip come up behind her, she straightens up and, pats at her eyes. She turns to face you, and you see this gorgeous young woman. You've seen her on billboards, you've seen her on commercials for skincare, you've seen her for her enchanted fashion line, which is always size inclusive because no matter what size you are, it fits you when you put it on. It's like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but designed by Voyelle. So she perks up, looks at you. You see that she has these curls piled high above her head. She's the only one you've seen tonight not wearing a mask. She looks like if Rihanna and Beyonce rightfully had a baby and came of age. She looks at you and then at Giancarlo Minette and goes, I'm so sorry. What's going on? Is everything okay? And Giancarlo kind of like walks up to her very prim and proper and goes, "Oh, yes, you must meet my new girl. I told her that she had to meet you and you had to meet her. And now you're both here looking fabulous, darling." And you see that he like gasps and looks at her, seeing kind of the bloodshot, watery eyes, seeing her compose herself, and then whips around to you, ignoring it completely, and goes, "Ember, come!" And you are able to meet Voyelle Levy, who like politely shakes your hand and says, "Hi, I'm so sorry. I don't think that we have met. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. You look incredible. Oh my God, where did you get this dress?"
Oh, I was like, made it myself. Is there?
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, dead.
We have to talk. We absolutely have to talk. That's incredible. I'm really glad you're here. How do you know Giancarlo?
Oh, like we just met like tonight. Just walked up. We just kiki. You know how
Oh.
we do.
That's great. I'm so glad that everyone is having such a good time. And before she can like say anything more, Giancarlo Minette, you notice him grab her arm and lead her towards the top of the balcony of those double stairs, and like make a grand arm gesture. And he goes, "Are we ready to make the announcement?" And Voyelle, you notice, no roll needed, looks confused. As we cut away from here, we see Anemone dancing with a hexhound. You see him kind of tilt his head as he looks at you and says, "I'm so sorry. I genuinely feel as if we've met before. Your aura is familiar to me."
I mean, I get that a lot. I guess I've just got a very nice aura.
Yeah, I guess that must be it. You're a wonderful dancer. As he like spins you out and then back into him, you two begin to sway. As the music changes to a bit of a tango, it's getting a little more intimate. You are getting closer. Give me a vibe check, please.
Okay. So advantage, we're gonna do that. So with the advantage now, I got doubles.
Okay.
Is that like, do I re-roll with the doubles or do I just treat it like a flat?
With your reroll, you can reroll the lowest and take
Okay.
that, or try and get triples by rolling a 4, or you can just add a 1 to it, depending on where you're landing with the total.
Okay. Then I will, let's see, that's 15. Well, I'll just mark that because I got a 15.
Okay. On a 15, a chill rushes through you as you feel your back pressed to his chest. On this total success, you hear a deep inhale behind you, as if you're being smelled. Perhaps this dance started as a simple attraction. Someone across the dance floor saw someone else and wanted to dance. But you realize that you are towing the line with this familiarity. You hear not quite a growl, but a very primal type of sound as he spins you back out, and then you're facing him again. He looks down at you and says, "And what is your name?"
And at this moment, no, I'm kidding.
It can be. You want to spin in?
Make the moment. Make the moment.
I don't know. Carrie, do you want to flip a coin to who dances with the Hexhound?
Yeah. Let's
All right,
do it.
cool. Well, I'm gonna do a dice, even or odds. You can roll for it. I'll take. You go.
I'll take odds.
All right, go.
Okay.
Roll for it.
It's a 5.
Okay. You are going to cut in with the dance with the Hexhound right now. As you, Callie, if I'm hearing this correctly, are going to spin off with an enemy. And
Yes.
Al, you're going to kind of step in and do a couple turns around the dance floor in this intimate tango with the Hexhound.
Fantastic.
Give me a persuade check to do so without a problem. Al.
Oh no, my dump stat. No.
Can I whisper and be like, he's a lovely dancer. That can give the help action.
Sure, we'll call that a help. You can roll 4d4 and take 4d6 and take the highest 3.
Got it. Okay.
Please, I'm begging. I've never begged so hard in my life.
Like, please.
I'm gonna use one of my saved advantages.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Ooh, doubles. I got doubles.
Oh thank God.
Okay.
You're using all of that.
Al is emptying the
We
clip
have
right
to
now.
make it
Real
work.
time.
It's a 14 total.
Okay. It took everything you had.
It took everything. I'm glad I
And that's
saved
why we saved those advantages.
I truly think we shouldn't have humbled him so soon.
Yeah, we should have let him cut in with the big ego. Al, you managed to, not confidently, but insistently slide in there as Callie is like, he really is a great dancer. Anemone! And, or not even saying the name, but hi, friend. And you are able to kind of spin off Anemone and Callie together without giving the name Al. You are facing a very confused Hexhound who only raises an eyebrow and goes, well, are you going to lead or shall I?
I've got it, mate. Yeah. Knee shaking.
Wonderful. Give me a mobility check.
Is he say mobility?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna use an advantage. Okay. 15.
Okay. On a 15, you do manage to lead a little confidently here. You're pushing forward. The Hexhound is falling very quickly into step as if very used to taking orders. And you spin around once and you hear, and just the slight twinge of a muscle pulling into a furrowed brow above that sash tied around their face. And in the next moment, from the top balcony, where Ember stands next to Giancarlo Minette and our lovely Voyelle Levy, we hear, attention! Yes, please look at me now! As the dancing slowly stops, the Hexhound bows to you and turns his attention not up at all, but just begins scanning the floor as if he can see through this blindfold, waiting for something to happen. Right back into security mode. You're right next to / a little bit in front of this Hexhound in terms of looking up. And Giancarlo Minette goes, I have beautiful news that I am breaking now just for you to have access to. Yes. We have great big congratulations to our lovely Voyelle Lavie. Congratulations! And people are clapping, but they don't really know what for yet. And our amazing, adorable Crispantia. Yes, yeah, we love him. And there's more clapping. And Voyelle visibly looks extremely confused. As Giancarlo Minette goes, I am here and have the honor and privilege and fun time to say that there will be a wedding between these two beautiful people. Come on, y'all. We love it. Yeah. And upon the wedding, Voyelle Lavie has spared no expense, is going to get 1/4 of entire fortune to the covetless guild. Yeah, yeah. The room explodes in this announcement. Voyelle Lavie's face drops. And as if he had been there the whole time, Ember, you notice Crispin Teal stepping forward and sliding a possessive arm around Voyelle Lavie's waist, securing her to his side. And that is where we will end our RP for the night. Beautifully well done, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for Hex Heist. Before we get out of here and leave you for the week, I would love to give everyone here a chance to promote themselves, tell you where they can find where you can find them. Sorry, I just saw a producer. And I cannot wait for them to tell you about all their great projects coming up. We're starting directly to my right here, because I don't know if it's right or left on the screen. Bree, aka our lovely anemone for the day. Can you tell us where the people can find you?
Hello, I am Bree. I am forever scarred. This is fine. You can find me. You can find me literally anywhere-ish as LGBT or Brie LaFay. Projects. I'm writing a book. I'm being forever emotionally scarred by Meadow. It just depends on the day.
And I love doing it. So next up, Bree, also known as our lovely Callie, who we got to know a lot of backstory about today. Tell the people where they can find you and how they can support you more.
You can find all of my things on the link tree below, but I will also be in Brindlewood Bay Meadows game on the 18th at 7 or 7:30 p.m. I don't know, Meadow remember. And you can also find me every other Wednesday on Roll for Luck Wednesdays. Every other Tuesday except for next Tuesday on Prem the Axolotls channel for our Call of Cthulhu game. I'm also working with King V/Blue on a LGBT Black TTRPG design. We are working on a game called Intergalactic Teas. So if you want to pre-order it, the link is in my Linktree link. It'll be a bunch of Black creators, including us. So definitely support if you are able to. And yeah, other than that, I'm just a little speck in the void. So, just knock on the wall 3 times if you need me.
Thank you so much, Bree. And next would be Carrie, who played Altrudy, who absolutely has a last name. Tell the people everything they need to know about you.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, Carrie, Oathbreaker Carrie on socials, on TikToks, Instagrams, IGs, blue skies of it all. Just making fantasy content and skits and bits out there in the ether. Yeah, I'm just traumatized. Yeah. Thanks, Meadow.
So I haven't even done anything yet. I
I'm
love
scared.
that. I love how a tango can get you guys.
I'm so scared.
And last but never ever least, Taylor, who has played our always teetering on crash out Ember. Tell us everything about you, please.
Hi, I'm Crash Out Taylor, and I, aka Spunky Taylor. I'm a Black Variety content creator, and if you want to see more of me crashing out next week, I will be on Starcrawl with the hill we meet upon. If you love sad animals traveling around the world passing out mail, we'll be there. Then like Bree said, I'll also be Brindlewood Bay Granny. Gonna be up in there on Tuesday the 18th. And then if you're a big fan of Life is Strange, the video game, we will start Two Moon Rising on the 20th on the Help Act Shindy in town with a couple lovely folks here. Is like Metal and Carrie will also be on it. Yeah, and that's it. And I'll be back here for Hex House Heist.
Love it, love it, love it. And I, as always, am Meadow. I have been Meadow and will hopefully continue to be Meadow in the future. She, they pronouns. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Howdy Love Darlin or Howdy Love Darlin GM. If you like watching this game and you want to see other games that I've designed and support me on that journey to design games with weird mechanics, underutilized mechanics, you can find me on Patreon. My games are on my Patreon shop. This particular game will be dropped in its entirety on our last session day. So keep watching, keep supporting, and then go get the game for yourself and run it for your friends. You can also find me, Brindlewood Bay, at Imagine If's channel on the 18th, as well as the Life is Strange game on the 20th and 27th over at Help Action Needed. You can find me next Monday at Roll D5 for Grain of Thorns, Tick Tick Bloom, a game of VeggieTales meets Game of Thrones, which is so fun and very intrigue heavy. You can also find me this weekend. Oh, wait, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, playing another one of my games about cowboys in space who are cursed to turn into weapons over at the Help Action Needed channel. And I will be around always. I'll never leave you. You can count on me. But especially for the next couple of Fridays here on Girls Run These Worlds for our lovely Hex Heist campaign. Let me check in to see if there is any announcements this week. I'm checking.
It's there.
Yeehaw. Oh, well, my Discord's reloading, so I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. It's Discord's fault. It's not any of our faults. Let me just go to it on my phone. It'll be quicker and cuter and better. Okay. So, for some copy, I have for you, Girls Run These Worlds have partnered with 3 Sail Studios to put out 2 quick start guides to the new Ecology and Exploration TTRPG Mapamundi, which is now at 300% of their goal. So be sure to catch these videos, which feature both Taylor and myself as your how-to guides for this really cool and lovely system with gorgeous art. And we had our first of 3 Black History Month panels this past Wednesday on Girls Run These Worlds, featuring topics about the Black experience in TTRPG, which is available now on YouTube and features both Bree and Taylor from this cast. And to hear more about the creator side of things in the TTRPG industry, join us on Wednesday, February 19th, to hear a little bit more about the creator side. And then on the 26th, come back to hear a free-form roundtable discussion at the same time. And that's all we've got going on at Girls Run These Worlds for the rest of Black History Month. Thank you so much for joining us for Hex Heist. I cannot wait to pick back up at the ballroom next session to see how we get this garnet off of this woman's neck. I can't wait. Thank you for joining us. Stay magical, stay wicked, and we hope to see you again. Good night and goodbye.